Hi, welcome back everyone into the caster desk, and we're gonna jump into the last game of today. And before that, let me introduce myself. I'm Daviska as your house Southcaster today, and alongside with me, Eldoge. I'm gonna say host country.
Host country.
Host
Okay,
country.
okay.
I'm gonna say host country, but not.
That's good bluff.
Yeah. But Eldoge, as usual, we're gonna shout out to our sponsors first because without them, we wouldn't be here. So thank you so much for our sponsor. We have JHL Group as our main sponsor, and also this tournament is sponsored by JHL Auto, Nusa Pay, Das, Gudang Crypto, Taiwan Excellence, Pertamina, Hydrococo, Antis, Prosa, and also Sofal. And we also have official telco partner, which is Telkomsel, our official smartphone partner, Samsung Galaxy A series, internet service provider partner, IndiHome, travel management partner, HIN, hotel partner, Episode Hotel, and also Merisaka Hotel, Esports broadcaster partner, Mineski Global, Indonesia Football E-League, and also ESIT, production partner, Lemon ID, media partner, Trans7, Deticom, Esports ID, Video.com, Dunia Games, Dance Play, Dance TV, Merah Putih, Bola Score, and also Kami Bijak. So thank you so much, everyone.
And really want to say thank you to the government because we have the government support from Kemenpora, Kemenparekraf, KONI, and also Indonesia, and also wonderful Indonesia. So sorry, Donald, I lost my paper. Where is my paper though?
It's okay. It's okay. I love to give a shout out to all of our sponsors because they are amazing. Once again,
totally.
Without them, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be witnessing the best game at the end of the year before PMGC Grand Final. Because once again in this IESF 14th World Esports Championship, we actually kind of surprised about how things going on right now, about the result, and about all of the teams or all of the countries that play really well today. So, in terms of Miramar, Eldoge, how do you predict this game is gonna end?
For the last Miramar, I guess this will be a total chaos, especially when the zone is similar when it comes to the previous Miramar. So, prediction, right?
Yeah, prediction.
Before we are going to the Miramar, for me it's Turkey, I guess, because Turkey today is not performing really well, even though they are the team that is favored by a lot of people, including me, because we know they are the grand finalists of PMGC, and the previous Miramar, they are, I don't know, maybe they are losing their composure because they are going to the high ground faster than ever, but they are they are losing about the rotation, the exact timing, I guess. So I hope Turkey will give their best shot again when it comes to the last game.
Okay, then. And I think I forgot who I picked. And I think I picked Turkey as well.
Okay, no problem then.
Yeah, I'm just gonna copy paste what Eldoge said actually, because Turkey is actually half that potential, especially in Miramar. If we're talking about Miramar, because sometimes we saw that they are quite good in terms of their rotation itself, but sometimes they're not really fortunate when they touch down in some of the area or they want to do the reach camp. So yeah, if condition is maximized by Turkey, they are gonna be the one of the strong contender or the dangerous contender in Miramar.
Yeah, totally. Because when it comes to Miramar again, we discussed a lot. This map is so wide, it's so huge. You need a really good aim when it comes to long range battle. And I think Turkey, which is represented by Fireflux, has all the factors need to be done at Miramar. But speaking of which, I really like how all the players right now stepping up about their gameplay, especially Indonesia, because this is the time for them. They are the host country. They don't want to make the people of Indonesia quite not so satisfied about their gameplay, because again, for the matter of fact, because a lot of opinion about this national team, some or most of the community say that they're not proper enough at the IESF. But I know some of them are still believing that this is the national team that they are waiting to perform really well. So I think from that chicken dinner, even though it is not giving them a lot of points when it comes to the top 5 or even top 3, but the mental boost is really needed by Indonesian team right now.
You know what, Eldoge? I want to say something.
What is that?
Only something. At least chicken deh.
At least chicken deh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to continue with bahasa, you know.
At least chicken deh.
Yeah,
That means
yeah.
means deh in English means like little bro.
Yeah. But that's good one. That's a good one because when they already got the chicken dinner, not only for their mental boost, but it is a proof for the community that they still be here. They can still perform quite well.
Yeah.
But besides Indonesia, I want to see about Brunei Darussalam next game because they played really well for about 3 games. The 4th game is just disaster for them. Even they are not reaching for top 10. So we'll see. Are they going to bounce back their gameplay? Because if they can, it will be a serious problem when it comes to the other team. But I think without further ado, we are going to the last game of the day, my favorite map. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to Miramar.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Your favorite map is Miramar.
Yep.
So yeah, Miramar is my least favorite map then.
You.
I'm go against everyone because everyone hates Sandhawk and I'm gonna be the one who loves Sandhawk. You love Miramar, I'm gonna be the one who hates Miramar.
But sometimes be different is cool, right?
Yeah, it's cool because like we have different perspective towards the game itself because like we have our own opinion about everything. Maybe you like Miramar in terms of what, Eldoge?
I really like Miramar game because I'm a sniper player. So for the long range battle, it is so good when it comes to Miramar. In Rangel, it's the same size, but for the lane or the surface, it is not as big as Miramar. So Miramar is still my favorite. We'll see how the Miramar goes right now because the flight path, I guess, is so wavering for the teams who want to go towards the northern side of the map. Meanwhile, going to the southern part, I think that's a big question. How they reach that particular place because when I recall about the previous Miramar, even today and yesterday, still few teams going to Los Leones, and it is not reachable when it comes to only doing with the parachute. And speaking of which, the circle revealed, and it's so good, it's so beautiful for all the players. So I think this will be quite passive gameplay.
Yeah, passive gameplay it is. I was about to say, can I use my power again here? I want to use my power to give a hard time towards all of the players or all of the teams in terms of the rotation later on because I wanted the circle going towards the southern area of the Miramar itself, but you didn't give me a chance, Eldoge, to use my power.
But yeah, good for the players then.
Good for the players then.
Because you know before the break, I think they need a very very comfort gameplay, the comforting one. They don't want to be too much stress, I guess. But for the circle like this, actually it gives a lot of pressure also when it comes to the late game, like a domino effect. When there's no fight at the beginning, the late game will quite pack and the fight can't be avoided.
Yeah, but speaking of which, even though I didn't use my power at all in terms of like deciding the first circle, but Kazakhstan and also Vietnam cannot really avoid each other in the same area, in the same city in Miramar itself. They pretty sure already noticed each other, but for now they didn't want to make any initiative at all. No opening fire at all has been heard by us for now. But for how long? Because obviously, usually if two of the teams like meet each other earlier in the game in the same kind of area, eventually they will open the war after they finish the looting phase.
I mean, there is one thing when it comes to the drop spot for Team Vietnam and Kazakhstan. It is far at the northern side, even northwest side of the map itself. So it is far from the circle. So I think both of the parties really know how to handle the situation. They just need to loot fast there, searching for vehicle and going to the circle. Because if they clash early at this game, we saw that at the play-ins, Impala becomes a war, becomes
War zone.
a war zone for both of the teams, which they are not going quite well when it comes to the game itself because they are too long outside of the circle. So I think yeah, Kazakhstan and Vietnam have the same mindset, but we'll see later because maybe the rotation is clash or kind of like that. So yeah, we are back to the other side. Turkey, our prediction is really enjoying their time because San Martin for only one team is so good. And right now, this is the Vietnam. Vietnam already moving to outside of the compound or the city itself. Meanwhile, one of the players from Kazakhstan still moving.
It is so open, a clear shot that is securing by winning now. A bunch of bullets has been shot towards XZ from Team Titan or Team Kazakhstan. But well, too early to securing elimination point for Team Vietnam now, especially with that kind of weapon and with that such of a distance between them. But I think the other or the whole another story is gonna be happening inside of a compound because Chua Chong actually like holding on to his position now with the DPS on his hand, trying really hard to stay on still and want to have a really surprise attack towards Team Kazakhstan. But now Team Kazakhstan doesn't really move boldly towards Team Vietnam side.
Believe me, Donna, mark my words, if they are continuing this fight long enough, these two teams, they will not performing well this game because you know when it comes to the central zone, a lot of teams already favored by the circle, so they can have their own comfort place for a while faster than others. And if Kazakhstan and Vietnam still continuing, there will be a very late rotation coming for those party or even one of them because one other will be eliminated, but they can't penetrate the defense that already built so well by the other team inside the circle. Even right now, they are going to be pressed by the blue zone. But let's see. The Kazakhstan is still quite aggressive. Three of the players are going towards the compound. Even the nade, even the gas can is exploded, and one of the players from Vietnam jumping down, searched by the player from Kazakhstan. Shooting coming from one player. The front shot is not quite effective because he's just alone. Finding three players is so near with impossible percentage when it comes to Vietnam.
Yep, and just like that, Tuanzi get out from the game itself, but
still
Chua Chong
continue, though.
is still outside of the compound itself, waiting for Team Kazakhstan. They got to move on eventually because the blue zone is there, and they still got a long way to go. And I didn't see any vehicle has been secured by both of the parties, both of the teams now. But, well, Team Vietnam, I think they sent one of the players. I believe it is we need to search for a vehicle and maybe to open the way from the rest of the teammates themselves. Meanwhile, the other two is gonna guarding up the back line of area, so Team Kazakhstan cannot really backstab them. But this is also gonna be a hard work for Team Kazakhstan because eventually it's gonna be like a hard way to go into the circle.
Like I mentioned, this is already a bad start coming for both of the parties. Kazakhstan, also Vietnam, and especially for Vietnam because they already lost one of their member. But going to the circle, look, even at the H, Brazil already guarding the circle. It's only the first one. Coming to the second, third, fourth, or even going to the late game, which the circle is smaller by every moment. The teams that are quite late, they do not have any chance going towards the late game because a lot of gatekeep already happened all inside the circle. But we are seeing that later. Is my opinion will be right or not because we are moving again to the Turkey team because they are moving on the top of San Martin, and this is quite unique because moving to the previous day, which is the first day, Turkey kind of play a wide split coming for each players. But right now, I think they really need the points. They want to go towards up to the top three again. So they are regrouping. They are quite near each other. And I do not see a lot of aggression coming from the first day.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. They seems like kind of cramping in together in this like grand final, and it is quite a unique position or a unique thing to see in Team Turkey. But as the zone closing in, we're gonna see who's gonna be favored the most as we
Oh,
see the hard shift again still happening in this Miramar, and that San Martin area is kind of crowded. They have to move on for now, especially in the southwest area. There are gonna be like a massive rotation coming in to the southern area in the circle itself because they're so crowded. One of the team is like 1 million Moroccan team. Also, Jordan is still in the southern area of the circle, as well as Team Saudi Arabia, and those teams are team of war.
yeah, those two are teams of aggression, we can say. But to be frank, Donna, I really like how the position of one team right now in the circle, which is Sri Lanka. You can see from the picture you taken before,
Okay.
Sri Lanka is actually really neat about the points, and they're already inside the circle, at the middle of the circle. So this is a good chance for them. So yeah, we'll see later because we want to see the competition. We do not want to see a total domination. We just want to see all the nation are growing about their gameplay, about the points. But coming back to Kazakhstan, they just took one player down when it comes to Team Egypt. So the backstab really doing well, but again they're still playing outside of the zone or inside the blue zone. Second by second, minute by minute, they lost their utility, especially the healing one. But wait a minute. Pakistan with a movement, still with a classic one. Three players being down from the vehicle. And
Oh.
Indonesia, Willie Aja already knew where is the exact position of Pakistan. And I think Daku will be spotted first because he's just alone. Willie Aja still waiting for the right time to shot. Still waiting for Daku to stand still. And this is it. The mini 14 tapping. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Still the bullets connecting to Daku, and I think Faz and also one player from Pakistan can do a lot of things right now. And Daku finally being taken down. Wheelie Aja with a huge altitude right now, using the Mini 14, connecting really well towards the players of Pakistan.
Oh my God! With that kind of vision, I believe Indonesia is actually can do more thing about it. One knockdown for now, I think it's gonna be like not too good actually, especially with that kind of awareness that Pakistan already has. Even though Daku out there cannot be revived anymore, I believe because Indonesia has been locking down the position or the angle or the vision towards Team Pakistan, and Daku we're gonna be left there hang and dry, draining out of the blood. But on the other side, there are the initiating
Oh.
war has been happening between Jordan and also Morocco, I believe now. And now Ragnar has been down, 2 men down from Jordan. Where is the rest actually? They are far away from each other, Eldoge.
I mean, this is a really unfortunate day for Jordan because they played really well yesterday. I think they are the master of creation when it comes to the first day. The rotation, even they are not favoring by the circle, they still can manage to go towards the late game. But right now, El Chapo still shooting towards the player from Jordan, which is Gaga, in one of the vehicle. Already smoke, and it's close to be explode. So Gaga can't move anywhere else. Meanwhile,
Oof.
from the other place, again, Pakistan, one of the player being taken down by Indonesia. I guess I was right. The mental boost from the winner with the chicken dinner really giving a good advantage, a good boost for the Indonesian team to play well. And Sri Lanka, like I already mentioned earlier, they are still favoring by the circle, and I really like they are using the proactive movement, going toward the center and going for the compound.
Yep, and that is a perfect choke point actually for Sri Lanka. But we gotta focus on to the BOV between Team Indonesia and also Pakistan because the aggression is on for Team Indonesia. One more man down from Pakistan, and therefore Team Indonesia is gonna search for the last man standing, which is Pain. Pain is gonna have a lot of pain here because like Team
Oh.
Indonesia maybe has a clear shot out there, and this is gonna be like a double pick situation for Team Indonesia. And just like that, Indonesia managed to take 4 elimination points towards Team Pakistan.
Another amazing performance coming from Indonesia. They are moving as a unit. They are doing a good tag team, and they are wiping out all players from Pakistan. But right now, the next question is, how about the rotation? Because less than 2 minutes, they need to go to the circle. And when we recall, for a while, for a short time before, a lot of teams already do the rotation, already did the rotation. Maldives already getting the compound. Iraq already getting the high ground. Even Sri Lanka already moving toward the central. So it is not easy for team, even Indonesia. How about Vietnam and Kazakhstan? Because they are still far from the circle. So let's see about the fourth and fifth. I guess fifth circle will be a total chaos for all the players.
Yeah, so talking about like the rotation itself for Indonesia, we have to remember that they are around Pekado, the southwest area, and then if they have to move forward, there are Team Maldives that we just saw early on. They securing like the edge of the circle itself, and not only that, the Chinese Taipei is also around the area itself. So it's gonna be like a big challenge for Indonesia if they want to move forward straight into the zone. So they have to rethink about the strategy, about the path itself, Eldoge, which side to buy in terms of the rotation itself. Or they want to take the long rotation towards the northern area.
Yeah, there are still a lot of option when it comes to the third circle because it is still quite big when it comes to the circle itself. But Indonesia just eliminated one of the team, which is Pakistan. Right now, they need to face one of the participants from PMGC, which is Morocco, represented by Team 1 Million. One of the players which is maybe is being taken down, and this is what I am curious about. The team, they are quite long outside of the circle, which is at the blue zone. They will having a hard time. But like what Don already mentioned earlier, there are still a lot of ways. There are still a lot of path to go for the rotation, and I think Indonesia realized that they just need scouting around. Right now, 1 million on Morocco is in a very, very tight situation after they are doing the gatekeep towards Indonesia. Right now, it is karma, I guess, because Saudi doing the same thing right now towards the team of Morocco itself, because one of the players right now still being get capped. The nade is cooked by El Chapo, but I think most of the players from Morocco realized they can't fight here too long. They need to move. Even two of the players already using their vehicle. Ooh, that was clean from El Chapo. What a good nade coming to Dami. And this is the moment for Team Morocco to go towards the circle.
Yep, to go into the circle, because like there are none of the Saudi player is actually spotted down nearby. But Willia Aja spotted down one man from Saudi Arabia, I believe. And this is going to be like a big chance for Indonesia to go move forward into the zone. But on the other side, on the northern area, there is Team Brazil. What?
Vietnam just being eliminated.
Yeah, Vietnam.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, they are actually. But talking about Team Brazil, though, they are guarding up the perfect kind of compound there at the edge of the circle, and South Korea is going to be like the next victim, I believe, for Team Brazil, especially with this kind of zone that is again and again and again continuously moving towards the northeast side of the circle itself, shifted away from Team Indonesia's position.
I mean, if South Korea bold enough, that's the graveyard for them, because when they are dropping down below, they will be easily shot by Brazil. But I think they learned their lesson when it comes to the first Miramar. That's the problem for Team Korea. Like right now, we are moving to Team Kazakhstan. I think this is a big moment for them, even though they are being get kept like I predicted. And Brunei, this is what we see today after a good 3 games. Brunei just falling down. This is not a good result, but again, there is still one more day to regaining the title, I guess, for Brunei itself, for the people of Brunei. But we are moving, we are continuing the fight. Like I predicted, Donna, Vietnam can't do anything about this game because they are doing the early fight, and they are losing one of their member. Even they do not have any vehicle, even though they can go from the north side quite well, but they failed to go toward the circle. It is different with Kazakhstan. The situation is same. They are being kept like I predicted, but Kazakhstan really strong, I guess, today, really strong in this game, and they won the fight at a close combat. But a surprise coming from South Korea. a Chinese type, I mean, but Turkey, what a good backup, what a good tag team, not losing any member, even they are collecting more. 5 elimination right now in the pocket of Turkey.
All right, so Turkey going towards the edge of the circle for now. And need to be extra careful because like all of the spot has been secured by a lot of the teams. And talking about the circle though, I'm really curious about which side to buy from the circle itself. Is it gonna be like Sri Lanka's? Oh, Sri Lanka's doesn't get another circle. They have to move forward for now.
I just realized what an interesting movement coming from South Korea, because they are splitting so far but try to get the northern and the southern part as well at the same time. So I think it reminds me about Edge VVP. They are using that kind of strategy when it comes to a shifting circle. So they managed to get a lot, even though, yeah, they failed to go to the grand final. But we are back to the final right now. We are back to the IESF because Turkey, even though they giving the strong performance, Maldives with 4 players still intact, even Maori being taken down, but the other three are freely to move around the area. They are still catching. Where is the last man standing from Turkey? There's an obstacle there, but it failed to defense. Turkey, even Maldives collecting the third and getting 3 elimination in their pocket. Meanwhile, South Korea, the team that already gathering around right now. I don't know why they're still at the edge of the circle. Meanwhile, Iraq is faster right now to collect more position inside the circle.
Oh my God! We really need to stop doing prediction. I think. Like we continuing to give a bad luck for the team here.
Only one time we get a very good luck when it comes to the first game, you know.
Yeah.
Top 3 both of our prediction, but after that, whoosh, all too soon.
Yeah, it's going downfall real fast. But talking about downfall, is it gonna be like the other downfall for the strong contender here? Because it's gonna be like a big calamity for a lot of teams, especially in the edge of the circle. Maldives being one of them, because not only they face to face against Team Iraq, but all of the other teams, especially South Korea, has this vision, has the angle towards Team Maldives really clear.
Oh no.
Even though there one obstacle there, but the Greenet doesn't really make it out to Team Maldives. But Team Maldives, Eddie, really need to pick between reviving or he want to fight against Team Iraq, because Golden opened up his fire. But Golden managed to eliminate Team Maldives out of the game.
I'm a bit curious when it comes to the movement coming from Iraq, because they are kind of confused when it comes to push or not.
Yeah.
Even though they still have the 4 players, and I think they are giving a high aware when it comes to Sri Lanka, because Sri Lanka, I think they are quite comfort when it comes to this game. They are not moving around for about 3 or 4 circles, but we are going to another fight. Kazakhstan starting with a good game when it comes to the fight with Vietnam. Right now, with only 3 players, they need to fight for about 4 players from Team Brazil, even though one already being knocked down. I think Kazakhstan know their limit, and look at how wise the decision coming from Kazakhstan. How wise the decision they're going toward the circle, because they know they're not safe enough, and this kind of logic is really amazing. And I think not only jinx about my prediction of the winner chicken dinner, also the fate of Kazakhstan himself, because they show me they are more than that, even though logically they will be having hard time to go toward the circle. But from the elimination, which is 8, so they won all the fight they need to go to the circle, Donna.
The one time that we don't predict Kazakhstan, they doing pretty well.
Yeah.
So well. 8 elimination point has been pocketed by Kazakhstan now, but we're gonna witnessing the path or the rotation that is gonna do by Team South Korea. They touch down in a small compound, and it's a pretty good compound and also a pretty chill compound in the edge of the circle itself, but they really need to be extra careful as we're witnessing the elimination, the final elimination towards Team Indonesia. Wilia Aja, as the last man standing, has been sent out of the game. But this is gonna be like a big war coming, because only 2 compounds available inside of the circle itself. Meanwhile, Team Brazil already setting up their split position now to go towards all of the compounds, not only the compounds itself, but also Team Iraq out there.
I mean, Team Iraq really in a pinch situation. They're being pushed by Sri Lanka, also getting shot by the players of Brazil. But I don't know, Sri Lanka is kind of confused right now. They do not have the confidence to go through the Iraqi players. I think Brazil still with the same gameplay, with the same mistake. They are using only one vehicle, two bolt going to the circle itself, because they do not realize a lot of people besides the team that they already knocked down, which is Iraq, is already inside the circle, which are South Korea and also Team Kazakhstan. But back to the fight, when it comes to the close combat between Sri Lanka and Iraq, Iraq even already reviving all of their teammates. Right now, it's a turntable situation. Sri Lanka is on the verge, is on a bad situation, is on the tough one, because Kalaga is still doing the aggression with a lot of nades thrown towards the player from Sri Lanka. Doom already being revived, as Sri Lanka already lost one of their players.
All right, so we're gonna wait.
Golden.
We're gonna wait and witness which side to buy in this late game. Is this gonna be like the things go south for Sri Lanka, or Iraq is gonna focusing the aggression towards Team South Korea? Because for now, not only Team Sri Lanka has a contender of Team Iraq, but Kazakhstan as well. And just like that, Hazan cannot really taking the war. Amare also cannot really take all of the damage that's sent by Team Iraq. But Iraq need to be really extra careful because they are being bombarded by Team South Korea. South Korea has a really nice angle and also vision toward Team Iraq. And Iraq only left with last man standing that is trying really hard to stay alive, and he cannot stay alive no more. Iraq eliminated in the 4th place.
I mean, the movement coming from Kalaga and, Golden is really good. I know the exact objective, what Golden really want to give towards his teammate is like providing an obstacle. But he failed to switch the chair, I guess. So he is easily being shot by the players of South Korea. So two big names right now, South Korea and Kazakhstan, because both of the parties are still having a lot of manpower. So a lot of things still can be happening. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka in the very verge of that and being taken down by TAQ. So it's only about 4-3 situation. It's about South Korea and Kazakhstan. And look at the movement coming from Kazakhstan. He's like a ninja. He's like a Spider-Man going to the top of the compound. But he failed to knock one of the players from South Korea down. The nade coming from Will going to the TAQ, but it is not connected. And look at TAQ. He's going towards the compound because he knew he really need to control the center of the circle, because not a long time after, this will be an end game for Miramar.
Oof. And talking about the late game or the end game itself, is going to be like a fair
big star
play for both of the teams as well, because both of South Korea and also Kazakhstan, not only they're securing the highest placement point for now, but they are also securing more or so many elimination points. That means that they show us so much aggression from the early game towards the middle game and up until the end game itself. So yeah, both of the teams are capable of doing anything. 3v4 situation, both of the South Korea and also Kazakhstan still gonna stay intact in their position for now, not building or not making any bold movement for now.
You know what? I totally agree with that. I mean, they have the same exact condition. When it comes to the Kazakhstan, they're pushing forward their limits from the blue zone, from losing one of the manpower, going toward the circle. They are wiping out. They demolish players on the edge of the circle. South Korea at the same time, they are being guard capped first, and right now they are inside the late game. But 3-on-3 situation right now, I think the confidence level from Kazakhstan is so high. Even one of the players from Korea already being taken down again. The next moment, but the shot coming from South Korea is so strong. But right now, 2-on-1 situation is being chased down. One of the South Korea, but a jump shot coming from the Kazakhstan, really proving they are as strong. They are a global team. What a great gameplay to end the day. Kazakhstan Kazakhstan with a winner chicken dinner going from the blue zone. A tight situation, but they prove us wrong. They are really strong. They demolish everyone from the edge of the circle towards the late game. And this is it. Kazakhstan or the Titan Esports.
Titan being the Titan of the second day, especially after securing 2 winner chicken dinner with double-digit elimination point. It means that their place is gonna flying so up high in the leaderboard for today, and tomorrow is gonna be a whole another day for them. But once again, congratulations for Kazakhstan of taking the winner chicken dinner. But again, Eldoge,
What is that?
once we don't vote for Kazakhstan in Miramar,
They are performing really well, right?
we're performing well.
I mean, not only we are not predicting them, we even
jinxed.
or I even dope they can't go towards the late game like Vietnam. Vietnam is the proof of my opinion, right?
Yeah.
Because they are so hard to go inside the circle because a lot of teams were inside the circle before them, so far before them. But Kazakhstan, I think the position they try going from the northern side of the map, then going another rotation from the western side, then demolish all the teams on the edge of the circle
Yep.
really well. Like at this particular moment, going for Brunei, going for the other team, and they managed to go toward the circle. That's shown us that Kazakhstan or the Titan really proper to be called as the regional winner because they're not only being invited, but they are the winner of the regional qualifier. And fun fact, Kazakhstan or Titan Esports actually eliminated one of the strongest contender in the world, which is godlike stalwart when it comes to the qualifier. So
oh yeah, I remember that
yeah,
day.
because we are
we
the
casted,
one,
we casted that game that. Yeah, if we're looking back at time and it in-depth qualifier, actually we were kind of surprised by the result of it because like we expected like other names that really come out to be the winner, but Kazakhstan proved us that they are worth it here. They deserve to be here, especially with 15 total elimination point that they got for now. Looking at the other team as well, 9 elimination point for South Korea, Indonesia. Even though they finished earlier, they managed to get 5 total elimination point, and still an okay point for me for Indonesia.
I mean, we really need to give shout out to Willy Aja because Willy Aja today, not only about his utility when it comes to the winner chicken dinner before, but to protecting the placement point for Indonesia at this game is really amazing. But again, the PMGC players are no jokes. They are so strong with their gameplay, even though right now 58 total elimination and summing up with 3, so 3 players, I guess, are eliminated by the blue zone because it's not that easy to go towards the circle. 8,000-ish total heal, 58 total knockouts. I think by the day goes, I mean like after some matches, they lowering their tempo, especially at this day because they do not want to make any mistakes, and it result about our overall statistic quite unique because the throw use today, I think it is never quite close to 300. The most one is, I think, once. The most one is, I think, 280. But yesterday, there was total chaos. It's more than 350 something. So yeah, maybe tomorrow, I really hope to see another bold plus calculated, so all action pack happen for the grand final.
Exactly. Because like today is like the most important day for them to be like really determine their position for today, and also determine how are they gonna play tomorrow. Is there gonna be like a big pressure going on around them, or is it gonna be like a more enjoyable one for them? But well, we're gonna see the top 4 teams statistic first Kazakhstan, Korea, Sri Lanka, and also Iraq for now. I think in terms of the statistic itself, there's nothing much not much to talk about actually, but The one that we need to talk about is the MVP of the game, Puncher from Team Titan,
Yep.
Kazakhstan.
I mean, Puncher, you really have that name really
Look
well.
at the damage though.
I mean, like 1,000 total damage. It shows that our opinion was right. They're demolishing a lot of teams from the edge of the circle. And not only that, Donna, I really like how to see the total heals. It is almost 400. It means that a lot of fight happened for Team Kazakhstan or Titan itself. And Puncher with 5 elimination, you're really doing it so well. I mean, like the name itself show the quality of Puncher himself.
Yeah.
So Puncher, punching around, punch all the contenders with a good shot, with a good positioning. Average survival time is near with 27 minutes, so he's up there. He's not often leaving knocked down, and he's really participating well for the team fight. And please welcome, this is what I'm predicting. Brunei, after all the good games, they are going to the second position right now. It means that chicken dinner is important, but more important than that is a consistency about the gameplay. And beware, because Saudi Arabia think really stepping up their game. Even Chinese Taipei going to the top 3, but I think they are not quite satisfied for today gameplay, because you know what? Yesterday they are getting for about 60 total points. So today it's only half from Chinese Taipei, so they are really need something to stepping up their gameplay. Even Indonesia and Vietnam, one team or 2 teams that already collected 1 chicken dinner, but they still can't manage to go to the top 10. So there are a lot of things still can be happen tomorrow for the last day of the grand final. Do not forget still to support the nation of yours, the best team you think that will be the winner of IESF or the World Esports Championship PUBG Mobile 2022.
Yeah, couldn't agree more in terms of like all of the total points itself, in terms of like the how to you really need to be really consistent in terms of rank points or placement point and also elimination point, because as we saw from the overall rankings itself, all of the best team for now has a lot of elimination points. So well, yeah, that's it for today. We are done for today. 5 games already, and tomorrow is gonna be our last day for the grand final from PUBG Mobile in the IESF 14th Esports World Esports Championship 2022. So before we wrap it up for the second day, we're gonna toss it back to our amazing host, which is Mas Ger or Gary Eka. So Mas Ger, back to you.
Back to you.
Thank you once again, Dona Fiska and Eldoge. So guys, let us give congratulations to all the team that get winner chicken dinner for day 2 grand final of PUBG Mobile on IESF World Esports Championships Bali 2022. And I would like also say thank you to our government sponsor for supporting this event. So thank you once again to Kemenparekraf, Kemenpora, KONI, NOC Indonesia, and Wonderful Indonesia. So that's all the match for today. We will meet again for tomorrow, the final day, day 3 of grand final PUBG Mobile on IESF World Esports Championship. Once again, thank you for watching, and like usually, artis-artis yang ditunggu sama pemain bola, pemain basket, bahkan atlet esports adalah artis yang selalu ditunggu oleh para pemain bola, pemain basket, even sama teman-teman atlet esports. Nggak tahu? Tantri kontrak baru. Thank you once again. I'll see you around. Goodbye.
my game. It's my world. Esports. It's my game. It's my world. It's my community. We believe in unity. Esports. It's my game. It's my world. It's my community. We believe in unity. It's my game. It's my world.